Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. Throne Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones Tarot card. So we have a lot of twos in the sky. Great day for manifestation. The portal is closed from yesterday for winter solstice. We have the Page of Swords coming here. We always talk about like the bearer of truth, a young individual, a reconnection with someone. This is something that's been coming up for a while as a reconnection with someone, like you're building on that again. I don't know, like they're saying trust. I don't know why there would be a lack of trust, but maybe something from the past that you guys lost trust with each other. Ten of Coins, this has been a very potent card with ourselves for weeks now, but it's like don't look at the like gaining something here, like like financially. See it as a grounding force, to be grateful. Gratitude is the right attitude. Being gracious and grateful for all that we have. We talk about Christmas as a time of feasts. Going from, they're saying like multiple homes. They're showing 3 to 6 homes. Oh my gosh. I used to go to 3 and it was just not 3 homes, but like ours, my mom's, and then Shane's family. It was a lot. It was just like, oh my gosh. I just wanted to lay on the floor. Like, you know what I mean? Like we would take days to recover. Like I'm the type of person, I go home, I put everything away. Like I cannot sit there and look at bags. So I would put everything away and it's just like days of recovery. It's just like, ugh, it's exhausting. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it was a lot of fun and the kids enjoyed it, So, that's what it's all about. I feel like it's like the fun and flavoring that you have around you, multiple generational home, and just appreciating where you are in life. We have the Eight of Spears, something coming out of the blue. It is a minor message with the crow. So, I feel like they're showing like Sagittarius where they're pulling you back and like in the bow and the universe is about to propel you forward. I feel like you've been going through this void of course. I don't feel like sometimes life can be tedious, but it's just like, repeat, repeat, repeat. I just feel like, they were saying, we thought it was going to slow down, but it's actually picked up. So it's like, where's that rest and rejuvenation? So it's like wherever you can get that time to recover. We are heading into retrograde on the 23rd, which is literally tomorrow. But it's like, well, not literally. With the cards, you guys know I film ahead of time, so it's like on Friday. So it's like if you're able to sit there and get a meditation in, definitely make some time for that. So that way your energy, we were talking about chakra cleansing, just calling back in all your energy, grounding yourself, bringing yourself back together. With determination and dedication, you will be the victor wearing the wreath. So the Chariot. This is very knockings of new moon. This is really strong, very, very strong with the forecast and projections for Mercury retrograde. They're showing like there's some healing that still needs to take place here. Again, they're saying residual grief. So it's like something is still holding us in the past, I guess, if you would say. But it's like, we're almost there. It's like we're getting to that point where it's like we're putting in the hard work, and that's the thing. Like we're determined, but we're also in charge of our life. We have the Two of Cups, so like it does make sense with like the Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins, like togetherness, Cup of Cheer, celebrating. Eight of Spears is like if you are manifesting love coming in, but I feel like it's like positive change coming here, reconnections. We did talk about reconnecting from with someone, past, present. You know what I mean? It's just like two people coming together, reconnecting, and like there is that cosmetic when you have a connection with someone, it's just like no matter how much, maybe sometimes you think it'd be better not to have them in your life. It's like you still have that connection. So it's like reworking on that. Starting off with our Page of Swords, our bearer of news. News quadrant, vigilance. As a person, the page is a young individual, male or female, who is witty, clever, and contrary. Applied to a situation, they represent vigilance. You may have contracts and documents to arrange or sign for property, travel, finance, or other arrangements. So the message is to pay attention to the details and listen carefully to the advice from trusted sources. So, I definitely got that with something that I'm dealing with. And it's just like, it's like encouragement to get that done. You know what I mean? It's just, pushback sometimes kind of makes you be like, you know what I mean? What's the point? But it's just like, try. See what happens. So 10 of Coins, wealth, happiness, consolidation, family, marriage. This joyful 10 shows consolidating wealth and sharing love. So cards meaning includes relationship commitment, marriage, wedding gifts, inheritance, strong ties across the generations. Um, so they were showing like this couple, or specifically they're saying a widow. Hopefully not. I don't hope that happens, but it's just like, they're showing like family jewelry and stuff like that. So it's like they're sitting there and divvying it up between people. You know what I mean? Through like, their children, their grandchildren and whatnot. I could see two generations here. So it's like divvying up her jewels and stuff, because she's like, might as well start downsizing now. And close friendship circles. Relationships, investments mature. Additional meaning includes good advice from an older person and finding your dream home. So twice it's like, going to someone that is wise, that has, I don't feel like older person, I feel like someone that has a lot of experience in the world, and they're giving you maybe financial advice to here, where maybe to invest, they're showing GIC or something like that, where you get a return. You know what I mean? So it's just like listening to what they're saying, but it's like in the end, like with the chariot, it's like you're in charge of where this goes. You know what I mean? So with the 8 of Spears, this is a minor message. For some that call in love, it's like love coming in out of the blue, your twin flame. I definitely am seeing for some where the universe is pulling you back and they're releasing you into the world where you're plunging forward. Travel, news, speed, communication. I had that feeling. It's like I feel like, when they're talking about you still have some healing to do, I feel like it's just like letting go. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like you've healed, but it's just that last part of it. It's just, you know what I mean? Like the universe knows, and I feel like that's why they're showing that arrow. But when arrow is like, because you're about to plunge forward. So it's just like, maybe you're like this void of course, you're just like, you get up and do like, where, sometimes life can get tedious. And it's just like, maybe you're waiting for rest and rejuvenation, and spirit is just like, well, we're on the precipice of something here. We're on the precipice of change. So the 8 is the tarot's go card. So, encouragement from the 10, where they're like, there's contracts to be signed. There's this to get done. It's like, pushing you forward. Go do it. Because it symbolizes opportunities to connect, travel, create, and be inspired. Stuck projects get moving. Problems dissolve during this exciting, frantic phase. Put but be mindful of your energy. You don't have to say yes to every invitation. I definitely feel like my energy is getting low. I had to take some amino energy today in my water, because it was just like, it's like I was telling my girlfriend, it's like you go into the gym, and I'm like, when you feel like this, when your back and everything is sore, it's like at least you could take a day off or a couple of days off and then go back at it. I'm like, here, it's like if you don't get it done, it's like it's just going to accumulate more and more, and it's that much harder to like do it. I'm feeling a lot better though since I've taken it. Stuck projects get moving and problems dissolve during this exciting, frantic phase. So, see, like they're saying frantic. Be mindful of your, so you don't have to say yes to everything. In relationships, the 8 shows love news. Maybe traveling to see a partner. So, we did talk about that earlier in the year, where I felt like someone would be in a long distance relationship, and you would have to move to be with them because they've always been the submissive one in relationships. So I feel like this is where it's like, unfortunately, they're gonna take it out on you, not in a bad way, but it's just like, you know what, I need to, when they say like show me you love me kind of thing, it's just like, I'm asking you to move to where I am. It just makes more sense in that way. And it's just like, are you willing to sacrifice and go to them? You know what I mean? So it's just like, are we gonna keep pooping on the pot, or are we gonna, get off? Like, what are we doing here? So it's like that commitment. It's like, okay, I'm making the commitment to be with you. It's like, okay, this is all, romantic and everything, but it's just like, economic, like obviously economically with gas and everything. It's just like, making that trek. I, I don't know. It's like you're moving outland, and like you're moving more central. It looks like more in the center of everything. So they're showing 6, so 6 hours, if that makes any sense. So the chariot. Progress, victory, determination, mastery, control, energy, journey. The chariot reveals a major departure. You may have a determined move forward, either physically through travel or moving home, or progressing in your work and creative ventures. The card often comes up to show an opportunity that brings finances, and reward, or other marks of success. So, definitely, as a lot of us have, something we're passionate about that we do on top of our job. It's just like, I feel like there's that progression there. They were talking about some sort of social media. It looked like, Pirate Bay, but it had like more some like mystical, like glittery black, like I don't know if it's mist or clouds or what it's supposed to be. I can't see it like clearly what the logo is supposed to be, but it's like some sort of new social media platform. So it's just like, is this like a selling market? Like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Like a trading post. It's just like something new that brings an opportunity. Um, I can't remember who I was talking to, but it's just like we were talking about like having opportunities, but it's just like, having to change who you are in X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, no, it's just like, it's not being stubborn. It's just being like, this is how I like doing things. And you know what I mean? It's just like when people invest in you, that's the problem. It's like you got to do what they want because they want a return on their money. You know what I mean? So it's like invest on yourself. You know what I mean? That's the biggest demise of ourselves. We always doubt ourselves, so we don't bet on ourselves. And it's just like if you believe in yourself, keep going. It's like sooner, like Sherry Shepard was saying this, and I'm sure she heard it from someone else. But it's just like the money will come, the money will follow. Just keep doing, harnessing your craft. Sit there and get better and better. You know what I mean? You see, even with stand up comedy comics, it's the biggest thing. It's like they're passionate about what they do. They're determined, and then you see them years later. Joe Coy is a great one. Sherry Shepard's another. It's so many will tell you like they slept in Steve Harvey slept in their car, and now they're living the dream. It's like the money will follow. You're determined. This is what you want. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting your passion. My girlfriend from high school, like grade school, she sat there and she has her own clothing company, and it's like now you see her at markets and everything. You know what I mean? Like it's beautiful to see that, like how much she's grown. Leaps and bounds. She makes the most amazing things. She made my son a custom apron and chef's hat. And he loves to cook, and it's like that he'll always treasure that. So it's just like, certain things like, like that. It's like if you believe in yourself, just keep going. Relationships progress, you commit on your journey on alone. Determined to follow your calling. Drive a new vehicle. So driving a new vehicle, but like it's separate, like driving, like traveling, driving a new vehicle. So maybe you're buying a new vehicle or something like that. But it's just like, I definitely feel like you should bet on yourself here. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I said, it's like when people invest in you, they expect, their money in return and then something. They don't care how you're compromised. They don't care that you're not doing what you want. That's the thing. When people invest in you, it's like you got to do what they want. You know what I mean? How many of these shows have you seen? Like, the women go on there or men go on there and they're, they want to become, they're showing their crafts. And it's just like, okay, we need to change your look. We need to change this. We need to change that. And it's like you've compromised yourself because it's like now you're not who. It's different when you're participating in the change. It's like, yeah, I want to do this and that. I didn't have the funds to do it. Now I do. You know what I mean? But it's just like it compromises who you are because it's like now it takes away from your craft and it's more about, the brand, the branding of yourself. So it's just like you got to be careful with that stuff. So I love that we're ending on the two cups, like a cup of cheersing. We definitely do a lot of that during like the holiday season. We have Hanukkah. Like we're not raising wine or anything, but I'm sure a lot of us are indulging in drinking. But it's just, be careful with yourself. You give your body the time it needs to recover. But it's just like with the Eight of Wands, this connection to become one. Ten of Coins, it's like, we have this feast here. So it's like, like I said, cheers, you know. So partnerships, relationships, love, agreements, creativity. So agreements. So we're getting some sort of commitment here of two, it sounds like. A partnership is sealed. The two express happiness, passion, harmony, long agreements, and often reveals moving in together. Engagements, weddings. In established relationships and friendships, too, you sense a karmic connection. Creative partnerships flourish. You respect and support each other. Exactly. And that's what it's supposed to be about. That's the thing people forget about friendships. It's like, you know what? If they're your true friend, they will tell you exactly when you're acting like a fool. You may not want to hear it, and you won't want to talk to them, but it's just like, I'm trying to point out the mistakes that you're making here. And that's what a true friend will do. A true family member would do. It's like, hey, you're taking missteps here. You know what I mean? Maybe you may not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm just letting you know, like, this looks, like you're going down a wrong path. What kind of family member or friend are you if you don't sit there and say the truth? It's like you're making a mistake here. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're not, that's fine. It's just like, I will be here to love and support you no matter what. I understand you don't want to hear what I have to say, and I'll just keep it to myself. You know what I mean? But it's like you're always there for them. You know what I mean? Because that's what family and friends are. But that's why I feel like they were saying a connection of two. So that's what it's like. You don't necessarily have to see the two cups as, oh, looks like she'll be carried in a store. Oh, I love that. They're showing the girl that I was talking about. Maybe her stuff's in the store. That's a great idea. I love that. I love that for her. It's like get someone to carry it for her, so they get you know what I mean. We're a partnership of two, where it's just like she doesn't have to take the risk of getting a brick and mortar and having that overhead. Where they sit there and they carry her merchandise and they get so much and she gets so much. That's a great idea. I love that. But it's just like it's just when you have that connection, especially in friendships. You know what I mean? It's just like you guys will be there for each other. That kind of connection is amazing. If you have it, cherish it because they're hard to come by. You know, so it's just that's why I say it's like sometimes we got to take the over romanticizing, take off the blinders, take off the, everything has to be love. It's like yeah, moving in together and stuff like that, but it's just like it could be in a different sense. It doesn't have to be a lover, but they're definitely that's where we've been saying this all year though. Someone has a long distance relationship, you're gonna have to move to be with them. They were showing the number 6, so I'm not sure if it's 6 hours or 6 months, but they're showing the number 6. But they're showing that you're going more central. So if that makes sense to you, that's probably what they're talking about here. But it's like and honestly, it's just like if nothing's tying you to your area, then why not? If love is worth it, this relationship was worth it. It's like definitely bet on yourself and bet on the relationship and do it. It's like, what do you have to lose? It's like you stay stuck in your, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like there's going to have to be a compromise here. But I feel like you're going to have to compromise here. Like, it's going to be you that has to make the move. I feel like they're established where they are. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's easy for you. It's not like so much being selfish, like, you have to do what I say, but I feel like it just makes sense. So follow your heart, do what makes sense to yourself. If you feel like it's the right move, definitely go for it because I feel like it's worthwhile. This connection, like they said, it's a cosmic connection. This is deeper than just a relationship, a human relationship. This is a real deep connection. We have the 8 of Spears, talks about twin flame, Cupid's arrow. So hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.